and welcome to the Hooked on Needles podcast. My name is Maricela, or Mari if you prefer, and this is episode 16. So, hello, sorry, itchy nose. Welcome if you are a returning viewer, and hello and welcome for the first time if you are not a returning viewer. This is a little video podcast that I do where I share my little yarny stuff that I'm up to. So let's jump in. Today is Thursday, August 24th, I believe. And I really didn't do much this week. Husband was in town, and then he wasn't. So, like I mentioned, I think last week, sometimes we get a little gloomy when he leaves, because for some reason we love the guy. But yeah, so I don't feel like I got a lot done, but I will share with you what I did. So, I'm going to start off with the stuff I made for my son, which was the little Raichu. And no lying, I did not know what I was making. I knew it was Pokemon. I think it's some kind of form of Pikachu. And he's got a lightning bolt tail, which I think my imagination's a little crooked, faulty or something, because I don't see a lightning bolt. But anyways, he loved it. He thought it was awesome. I, on the other hand, feel like failure bin, here we come. But little boy liked it. So that's all I can ask for, I guess, is that he liked it. I did follow a pattern from YouTube channel, which I will link. And I think hers comes out better than mine. But I attempted, so that's all that we can do, right? Attempt. And then, oh my gosh, I really love my little guy. I finished his Ninjago hat. I don't even know how many days I worked on this, but it took me forever. Okay, the hat, no problem. Finished it in 1 or 2 days. But the double stitching. There's so much double stitching. And I used super cheap acrylic yarn because I was like, if I muck it up, then it's just a mucked up acrylic hat, whatever. But I do think it came out pretty cool, I have to admit. It was totally worth the time I put into it. I mean, you can see I got loose in this part. I had to rip out this part, like, I don't know how many times. So many times. Not so many times. At least 2 times I ripped it out, though. And then this part was fine. And that part looks a little bit better than that one, you see. But yeah, and then also my stitches are a little bit more loose up here, and that was because I finally got the technique down. Like, don't pull it so tight so that you don't end up with like cardboard. Because these I pulled tighter, and these just came out wonky because, like I said, I had to rip out so many times. But I do really like it. I think it's pretty awesome. And little boy liked it so much that now he wants one in every color. Really? Every color? And, okay, I don't know if you guys follow Ninjago, if you know anything about Ninjago. But little boy is like, and remember that Lloyd is not only green, but he's also the gold ninja, Mom. What? Can I just make the green one and not worry about the gold one? Where the heck am I going to find You know what? It's fine. I will find it because I have some gold, but I don't want to make, there's like 5, I think, 5 or 6 of them. Let me see. Okay, sorry. The pattern is on Ravelry. It is a free download. It is by Cecily Hedge. She has 4 of them up here. Sorry, I can't count. 5 of them up here. And I don't know if that's all of them. Is that the Gold Ninja? It's because look, she's got the green one and then like a yellowish, goldish one maybe. I don't know. But I am totally confused. I don't really want to make another one. But if I do make another one, I'm going to actually get the actual nice woolly yarn and make it. And hopefully that'll also make my duplicate stitch better. Because as like labor intensive as it is, because you have to sit there. I mean, it's like, I guess like cross stitching. I've never done cross stitching, but I'm guessing that that's what it's like. Because you just sit there and then you pull and then you pull and then you pull some more. And then you go back down and then you pull and then you pull and you're just like, ugh. I want to be done already. So yeah, this took a couple of days to do. I did it in like 3-hour sessions and I think it took me like 3 days. I think I finished it on like Tuesday night. Oh my God. But it does come out really nice. So, I don't know if I'll make one in every color, but I'm willing to give it a try one more time and then we'll see. And then I think I've made one like this before. It's a puff stitch hat. And the reason for this puff stitch hat is that there's a guy I follow on Instagram and he was posting, like I was going through his Instagram and he had so many puff stitch hats. And I was like, I want a puff stitch hat. And so I made myself one. And look at those funkified colors, y'all. I used super cheap yarn. I used Red Heart. Where did my mind go? I used Red Heart for it. I'm not going to wear it because it's hot. But I got a puff stitch hat and I did do a little pom-pom on it. It's not a slouchy or anything. But yeah, I got my puff stitch because he posts like so many of them. He posts so many puff stitch hats. And I was like, your hats are like so beautiful. I think I'll just make one. And so I did. But they were really, really nice. And then the last finished one, object, that is this teeny tiny little baby hat. And it is purple. And I made this hat because my sister sent me a link to the Click for Babies. I don't know if it's a foundation, organization, whatever it is. Whatever kind of Asian it is. And they are raising awareness for shaken baby syndrome. When just, I think, overwhelmed adults don't know what to do with the baby, therefore they shake it. Baby is not meant to be shaken. And so, babies end up with problems. And I can understand their feeling, like the overwhelming feeling that you get. Because I remember specifically with my son that I was home with a 7-year-old and a baby. And baby would not stop crying. I think he was crying for like 30 minutes. And it felt like an eternity. it felt like he had been crying for like 2 hours, which it wasn't. It really wasn't. But I remember just being so overwhelmed. I believe I had some postpartum depression as well, which didn't help the situation. I remember calling my husband and crying and telling him, like, baby won't stop crying. I don't know what to do. I've changed him. I've fed him. I've tried singing to him. I'm talking to him, like, and he just won't stop crying, and I don't know what to do. And he was like, okay, well, put the baby down. Just go put him in the crib. He's going to cry, and he's going to be fine. If there's nothing, like, you've done everything, and there's nothing more you can do, then just let him cry, and he'll fall asleep. And so he was on the phone with me, hearing the baby cry, hearing me cry, because I just didn't know what to do. And I mean, my feeling of overwhelmedness, and didn't push me to that point to where I was shaking him. But I can totally understand that people get there, right? Because, like I said, I was not in the best place as well, you know, after having him and everything. And I also thought postpartum depression was like, how does that even happen type thing. But with my daughter, I had help from my mom, my mother-in-law, my sisters. Like, somebody was always there. So I never felt like it was all just on me. And with my son, nobody was there. And so the difference was huge. And I remember that day a lot, because I have thought, like, had I not called him, would I have gotten to that point where I just would have got, like, shaken him? Like, I hope I wouldn't have, but you don't know. Like, you don't know what you're going to do at the time until it happens. And when it did, when I was getting so overwhelmed, you know, like I said, I called my husband and he answered. But I remember just the feeling of how helpless I felt to be able to do something for him, to make him stop, to make him feel better. And there was nothing that I was doing that was working. And so I think that it becomes a lot, you know, like you feel overwhelmed and helpless and all of those feelings all at once. Bad combination. So yeah, you don't want it to get there. So I'm so glad that my husband answered and talked me through it and was on the phone with me and everything. And baby was fine. He cried and he fell asleep, and it was okay. And it was that one time that everything just, it was so much. It was too much, you know? But we were fine. We made it through, and kid's fine. I'm fine. He cried, didn't die, you know? And I think it can get rough. So just take a deep breath and step back from it, you know? And again, it doesn't happen to everybody. And, I honestly never thought that I would get there, because, like I said, with my daughter, everything just seemed to go so easily. So to have bumps in the road with my son, I was also kind of like, what? Because it was just very unexpected. I thought it was going to be the same, you know, it was going to be fine and I was not going to have any issues. But looking back, you know, I do think about that a lot, that I had a lot of people around me when I had my daughter, and I had nobody around when I had my son. So that makes a huge difference. Anyways, so that is the reason that I am clicking for babies. And they ask for new yarn on their website, and my sister that sent me the link was like, well, why are they asking for new yarn? What if you already have it? And I was like, I don't think they mean like specifically go buy new yarn or you can't use the one you have. But there's people who smoke and the smoke ends up penetrating the yarn, or people who have pets and then their fur ends up all over the yarn, and you're giving these to babies. So babies don't need, a smoky hat, a smoky smelling hat, or a hairy hat. They need just a warm hat that's cozy. And so on the website it says, that value yarn sometimes can be scratchy and not the nicest. So I went to Hobby Lobby and got their I Love This yarn, because I feel that out of the economical stuff, it's really soft and it's not so pricey, and I'll get quite a few hats done out of that. And on their website it says that 50% of it should be purple, like shades of purple. So I also got this one. Oh, I didn't say the name, sorry. This one is Hot Orchid, and this one is Fantasy. And look at those pretty colors. I really liked this one. I was gonna get just two shades of purple, but then I saw this one and I was like, no, I think you'll do better. So, yeah, there's obviously a lot less of this one than there is of the bigger one, but that's okay. And so I actually started another one with the variegated, and I am really liking how it's coming out. And this was 60 stitches on 4 millimeters, and I don't have a baby, so I made myself a fake baby head. The website says that the hat should stretch to up to 15 centimeters. So my baby head is 15 centimeters, and it stretches, it fits. So it can roll it down so as it gets bigger, maybe. I don't know if it'll stretch anymore, but it'll definitely fit for a little bit. So maybe from when it's born to a couple of months after. Yeah, and then just the 1x1 rib for this one. And then for the other one that I'm making, also 4 millimeter double points, and this one I did 70 stitches, a rib of 1x1, and then I'm doing just stockinette for the variegated color. So yeah, so that's what I have been up to. I am hoping to finish at least I want to say at least 2 or 3 more hats besides these 2 that I've got going, or this one that I've got going, I'm sorry. So like a total of 6 hats. I'm hoping to send a total of 6 hats. And yeah, and also I'm hoping to make some more scrap hats for the SSK Yarners. Karen is going to be asking for those when we go to the Georgia Fiber Fest, so I will definitely be working on some of those as well. What else am I planning to do? I just want to finish the top for my daughter. I think this week is the week. Her birthday, like I said, is in September, a month away, and I would love to have it done by then. So I really need to buckle down and do that. I think I've said that in every episode of August. Like, I need to buckle down and do it, but I really do. I really just need to do it. So anyways, that is something that I am hoping to finish. Speaking of the top, haven't touched it. And the baby blanket also haven't touched. Baby blanket, honestly, I don't want to touch for a while, but I know I should. But I don't know. We'll see. And those two I haven't touched. Oh, these I have touched. I've touched them. These are my No Slytherin Here socks. They are the yarn that Mr. John from Boys Don't Knit sent over. I've shown it before. And I am doing the Hermione Everyday socks. So they are coming out awesome. I'm almost ready for the heel. They are my carpool socks. My carpool knitting that I have been doing lately. And like I said, I think I'm ready for the heel. So I need to also concentrate on that, because I do need to concentrate to make the heel. So one of these nights, these will get the heel put in. And yeah, I think that's it. These were a couple acquisitions that I got, right, from Hobby Lobby. And since I went to Hobby Lobby, it was at a town a little north from us, and there just happened to be a Tuesday morning next door. So of course I had to stop by, because how can I be near a Tuesday morning and not stop by? Like, I think I would get fined or something if I didn't. So I stopped by and I picked up these two skeins. Is it Peyton? Peyton or Patton's? I think it's Peyton's. Classic Wool DK Superwash. This is the Claret, and this is gold. And for those of you who do follow Harry Potter, can you guess what my house is? I am a Gryffindor. I was so confused about whether I was a Gryffindor or Hufflepuff, because I had taken quizzes, and I don't remember the exact number, but let's say 3 out of 4 said I was a Gryffindor. But that one that said I was a Hufflepuff really threw me in for a loop, and I was like, oh my gosh, am I like secretly a Hufflepuff and I just don't know it? Like, what's happening? So then my daughter was like, no, Mom, you need to just go to Pottermore, take the test, and whatever comes out, that's what you're going to do. So I was like, okay. So I did, and I am a Gryffindor. So daughter is a Hufflepuff. Husband and son are Slytherins. Son is 7, so I don't know if we should like redo it for him later on, you know. But as of right now, both him and my husband are Slytherin. I think it'd be cool if he ended up being like a Ravenclaw, and then we'd have all 4 houses, you know. But that's just wishful thinking. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm hoping to make myself a hat out of these. Don't know which hat at the moment, but I am excited to get this done. So yeah, this is 2 skeins that I picked up. They were $2.49 each at Tuesday mornings. Although they didn't, I don't know if they are no longer gonna carry yarn or what, but I had gone to one before, and like all of their knitting and crocheting books, crafty books, I guess, just in general, because I saw some for like drawing and quilting, they were all on like ridiculously reduced price stuff, like $2 a book. Maybe I'll have to go get one. But I had seen that was happening. And then the one that I went to yesterday they didn't have a big selection of yarn or anything. It was like 2 baskets, I think. So I don't know if they're just not gonna carry yarn anymore. That would be sad. But it is what it is. So anyway, so I had been running errands at that other town yesterday. And so when I was done with that, I ended up going to Hobby Lobby on Tuesday mornings. And then that was north, so I had to go south. And I just had to go straight down to get to my son's school. So, on my way, there was a Michael's. And I was like, well, just so you know, I think I spent a total of like $20 on all the stuff that I bought. So, the stuff from Hobby Lobby, the stuff from Tuesday mornings, and the stuff from Michael's was all like $20. Everything together, I spent $20. So I bought some more of these. I know I had shown you guys these before. This is the navy. And I got gray. And I got apricot. I really like this one. And I really like this one too. This is turquoise. I hope they're not coming out blurry. So these 4 are the capris from Loops and Thread Capri. And I had shown you guys I bought some of those last week, I believe. And then I also bought, I think those were all there. Yeah. Yep. And then I also bought 2 of these sugar and cream. This is the aquamarine color. And both the Capri and these were 99 cents each ball. And I think the cheapest I've ever gotten these are like $1.25 when they go on sale 4 for $5. So 99 cents I think is an awesome price. So I got 2 of those, aquamarine. I got 2 golden rod. That's pretty true. Maybe a little bit darker in real life. A little bit darker, yeah. And then 2 of the flame color. And these are like a deep orange, like orangey red, but more on the orange than red side. And so yeah, so those were all the acquisitions I got. And like I said, I spent a total of like $20 because I used a 40% off at Hobby Lobby Tuesday mornings. And I couldn't use a coupon at Michael's because they were all on clearance for 99 cents. But, I mean, $20 for all that stuff that I just showed you guys, I think is a pretty awesome deal. So, I think I said this last week, I'm not going to buy any more yarn. But, sometimes they just slip in. Anyways, so, yeah. I had mentioned that it was my son's birthday, which was last Saturday. Excuse me, I'm going to take some water. Oh, I was thirsty, sorry. And we had a little get together. It was really nice. We were really debating whether to do something or not, because I had talked to my sisters, and one of them was, like, oh, I'm going to be busy all Saturday. The other one was like, oh, we have like another thing we have to go to. And I was like, okay. And then I have friends who live quite far away, and so I was like, I don't want to do it Friday night because it's just gonna be too late. So then finally, husband and I talked, and we were like, no, you know what, just do it Saturday. If they can come, great. If they can't, they'll be missed, But everybody ended up making it, which was awesome. So husband cooked some Korean barbecue. It was delicious. And I thought it was hilarious because a couple people were asking what I cooked. They were like, hey, Marty, what did you cook? And I was like, nothing, because my husband cooked, So, yeah, and I always tell my daughter, jokingly, but yet, seriously, if you don't like to cook, marry somebody that does. Because I will cook, but I don't get the same kind of fulfillment as my husband does when he cooks. So, I let him do what he wants. Anyways, so yeah. And not husband, but son, got awesome presents. Thank you guys to everybody. If my friends are watching, thank you guys. He loved all of the stuff that he got. And yeah, we were just like so happy with everybody being able to come and hang out and all the kids getting together and everything. So that was really nice. I really did enjoy it. And I wanted to share something that my daughter and I found when we were out shopping for him at Walmart. Because if you have a Pokemon enthusiast in your life, these little suckers are awesome. Okay, so we found these at Walmart, and they're kind of Lego-ish, right? So you get the little ball, you pop it open, and there's a little Pokemon inside, and it's got like the little dots at the bottom. I don't know if you'll see them, but it's got little dots down there, so you can stand them in there. And so it comes, and you get to assemble it and make your own little Pokemon. And it was so cool. I saw these, and I was like, holy cow, we have to get some of these. So we got him a Pikachu and a little Eevee. They're so cute. So yeah, so I thought those were pretty rad. We got just those two for him, and I just thought they were really nifty, so I wanted to share those with you. But yeah, this is all I have for you this week. I believe it's one more week left in August. So I will see you guys next week. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't forget to give me some thumbs up, and click the like button down there. And subscribe if you want to get, some more videos from me. I have been thinking about maybe having a couple videos where they're not going to be so me talking about the stuff that I'm up to, but things that I've noticed as my knitting journey has started, and what I've come to find out about my own knitting experience, such as sometimes you get the leaning stitches, or you get really loose or really tight ones, and what I have noticed that I do that ends up fixing that, or what I noticed I was doing wrong, or stuff like that. So let me know if you guys would be interested in stuff like that. Please, comment down below so that I can see that. And yeah, if I get no responses, then maybe I'll just go ahead and do it and see. Maybe it'll help somebody out. Because yeah, like I said, I noticed a couple things in my knitting that I've had to change, or I realized maybe helps with other things, So anyways, okay, 5 minutes after saying goodbye. I'm really saying goodbye now. Thank you guys, and hasta la próxima.